statements I made when I said that I saw him when he wrestled Ric Flair. He held Flair right to the nub. And I'll tell you, Flair was lucky to come out of there.
That's why Dutch Mantell is one of the top contenders on U.S. class wrestling today.
A strong front chance to be released by Dutch, showing a strong sign of sportsmanship on his behalf. And, of course, that hold there in particular that you were just viewing, again, that would be illegal in collegiate or high school wrestling, again, because of the danger that is done to the neck, especially when you're in a stand-up position. If there is a drop made, a lot of times the neck can be seriously injured or the jaw broken. And in the collegiate ranks are worrying about injuries, and that's why the high degree of rules in the pro ranks look for action, and more liberal rules are enforced. Now I see a bar being applied by Scotty Williams. Don't count him out of this match, but I'm sure that Dutch, in his wisdom of the world of wrestling, has not underestimated this young man, and he's fighting back, Jay.
Not at all. Here comes Dutch back with the onslaught that we expected to see, and we see every time. If you take it to Dutch Mantell with your fist, you're going to get it back double. And Dutch Mantell strung him out. Scotty Williams unconscious right now on his feet. Tremendous body slam by Dutch Mantell. Here he comes with an elbow.
That is it. He's got the far leg elevated on a win.
It's all
over. Dutch Mantell.
It's all over, and Dutch Mantell, your winner.
Okay, big action coming right up here. Let me tell you about this first. Saturday, March the 30th, Paris, Tennessee, Henry County High, April the 12th, Milan, Tennessee, April the 19th, Corinth, Mississippi. And don't forget, next Jackson in the Coliseum is on April the 14th, 8 p.m. Tickets on sale at the Mid-Continent Hi-Fi. And Dresden, Tennessee, March the 22nd, right there at the Dresden High School. It's going to be the Fabulous Ones defending against Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert and Iron Mike Shark and Tux Newman right there.
You know what the paper's going to say the next day?
What's that?
New Southern Tag Team Champions. That's what it's going to say. Iron Mike Sharp and Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. And also Mr. Wrestling's going to be there. Going to take on some Indian, some war hoop. Going to smash him into the mat. We're not even worried about it. Look at these men. Look at these athletes. The big one, My Giant Frazier. You know what he's going to do? He offers $5,000. I offer it to anyone that can pick up and slam Big Frazier to the mat. Yeah, you want to try? You be in Dresden coming up. That's in Dresden. New champ.
March the 22nd.
My dandruff shampoo is good.
Maybe you should try something else. My dandruff shampoo really works.
Maybe you should try something else.
I've seen a bad match that the King is involved in, and you're going to see one right now where Jerry Lawler goes against the Invader. We dug back to pull this one out. It's not the longest one in the world, but a whale of a good wrestling match. Let's take a look at it. Right out there, and King backs him up into the corner. Referee Paul Morton, and once again, beauty. Boy, we were looking closely that time. No tight. No.
Referee was looking right at it, too.
Yep.
He didn't allow
He saw it. We're in a one-fall, 15-minute time limit match, and this time it's the Invader who moves Lawler back to the corner, and Jerry hangs on to the rope. He reverses it and steals the Invader right out of the corner and across the ring. So that's 3 times that Jerry has put the Invader flying through the air and across the ring. What? Good leg dive, step over toe hold. That's interesting, the way Lawler has got that one on, too. He's got him hooked. He says, look, Mom, no hands. He's got that leg hooked up underneath it, and he's ready, and he took him down. Boy, that hurt me all the way over here, too, yeah. Feel those ligaments stretching in there now. Jerry Lawler and the Invader and the King right now is right on top of the situation, and the Invader. One more time. Yes, sir.
He's taking requests.
Yeah, he says, how about it? Yeah, one more time. Here we go. Vader's still hanging in there. He hasn't given it up as yet. Lawler has just been totally dominant thus far in the match. Tough guys in there. We were remarking about that on our last championship wrestling program. This Invader has given a lot of guys tough problems.
He has indeed. Stocky build, very solid, and some wrestling ability and other things, too, that maybe not exactly legal.
Big elbow comes down on the inside of the leg, and the Invader hobbling out of that encounter of the worst kind with Jerry Lawler.
Lawler's sprung on that leg about 3-4 times there. Gets left leg off the mat. Oh.
Dead lift with it, and boy, he is back working on that leg. Referee Paul Morton says, you want to give it up? The Invader, nope.
We're about 3.5 minutes into this one. 3.5 minutes gone. 15 minutes, the overall time limit. Vader with Lawler back in the corner. He raked that tape on his wrist across his eyes, and now using that right hand. Lawler ducks under. Look out at Vader.
Laid it on him, put him down, and from way in the corner, look at the king fly. Nailed him hard, 2, 3, and that's it. He got him a good one, Dave. The Macho Man. Well, I tell you, people have said a lot of things about him. We've said a few ourselves, as a matter of fact. But one thing that everybody says, he is pure athlete. I want to show you why.
People can adapt this to anything that they're doing, like homework. Visualize that somebody else is studying more than you if you want to be the best at something. Let's say if you want to be the best. If you just want to be good, you can get by. But what I used to do was visualize that somebody was training harder than me. 6 o'clock in the morning, the Macho Man versus Mother Nature. Why? Yeah, it's raining right now, but it could be snowing because the weather really doesn't matter. I'll tell you why. Because the night of the fight, when you sign to wrestle a certain wrestler on a certain date, they don't ask you what your weather conditions were during your training program. They don't ask you that at all. They don't ask you where you're living, whether it's sunny or not. They don't ask that at all. They just want to know if you're in shape to fight. And that's why 6 o'clock in the morning, raining, no matter what it is, other people are sleeping. The Macho Man is out there running somewhere, getting ready for that guy that's training real hard, because I'm always hungrier than the guy that's going against me.
Professional wrestling is a grueling, very physical sport. Not just anyone can do it. There's another asset you must have.
You have to be crazy to crawl through those ropes. You've got to be crazy to crawl through those ropes. And I think that's an asset that I have.
He's going up on top of that cage. I don't believe it. He is way up in the air. The Macho Man is said to be crazy. I believe it now.
Savage has it on the table. What is he doing? He's trying to power grab him on the table. He's trying to power grab him on our announcer's desk. Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh. He broke the table. Rick Morton, as we need some help. Savage, come on, Randy. Randy, this is ridiculous. Right on the stops here.
And if people like you and if people don't like you, but whatever, do your thing, yeah.
There's a special way for homeowners to
Join it in progress with Eddie Gilbert, Mr. Wrestling, and Adrian Street going against Randy Savage, Lanny Poffo, and Joe Lightfoot. Here we go. And he's coming in ready to play a tune on somebody's head. The opposition just disappeared, melted away. Eddie Gilbert over sitting on the timer's table, and the referee counting him out, or rather counting on him. He drops the cane, takes the hat off. That's a 5-minute call with 40 minutes to go. Savage officially in, and he is waiting for the exotic Adrian Street. He grabs a hold of Street, but from behind, Linda grabs one leg. Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert grabs the other, and Savage, caught in the corner, is Street pounding away on him. With a knee at the throat, the referee counting on Street. Joe Lightfoot got in trouble for his trouble, trying to help Randy out. Here comes Savage, all the way over the top rope. Gilbert drops down on him. And Savage, who in his last meeting suffered as bad a laceration as we have seen Savage get. They busted his eye wide open. Randy had it butterflied for a couple of weeks. It's looking better, but this kind of treatment, it's going to be right back like it was. Referee with no control over the action. Too much. As they are really after each other. Pounding on the floor. Savage finally thrown back in the ring. Lightfoot on the outside. Lanny Poffo. Here comes Randy. Tough customer, but it's hard to go against 2 and 3 guys on one man. Savage stretched out. Street dropping the elbow to the midsection while Eddie Gilbert held his leg. Savage again double team with Street and Mr. Wrestling teaming up. Right at the 8.5-minute mark, and Randy Savage could use some rest. Pulled back to the corner, and Gilbert really shot him with that right hand. Here comes Lanny Poffo. And Lanny, while trying to get Mr. Wrestling, caught from behind by Eddie. Street with that foot at the jaw, pushing down on Savage, and a foot to the midsection. Boy, this son of a gun has been total action. At least 3 men involved throughout the entire action. on Mr. Wrestling. Adrian takes a dose of it. Lightfoot. He's giving him the revolving door. He really is pouring out some punishment. Eddie hollering something. I don't know what he said. A little payback time from Joe Lightfoot. And he got Adrian while he was at it, getting both of the Gilberts, or Gilbert and Mr. Wrestling. Now Hot Stuff is in there with the Chief. Call. 30 minutes to go, and boy, he was smashed from behind right in the leg by Mr. Wrestling. Eddie's got him now, slams the head into Mr. Wrestling's knee. Jumps down on the floor to stomp him. Here comes Lanny Poffo to run him off. And helping Joe Lightfoot. Ooh! From behind, Linda grabbing the hair of Lanny. And look at his knee. Atomic knee right down on the timer's table. On the outside of the ring. Now moving back inside the ropes. Mr. Wrestling on Joe Lightfoot has him covered. The referee trying to get Eddie out of the ring, and before he can hardly get one down, Lightfoot kicks out, and Mr. Wrestling hollering at referee Paul Morton for not being there. Slipped that mule kick to him. Coming up on the 13-minute mark, Joe Lightfoot in trouble over in the corner. Hot Stuff takes over from Mr. Wrestling. Gilbert slapping Joe Lightfoot around the ring. Crowd giving a war chant, trying to get Joe pepped up, and he reverses, but misses into the corner. Hooked up on the turnbuckle as Adrian Street comes in. Lanny Poffo short circuits that attempt by Street, but Lightfoot still caught on the turnbuckle. Finally gets him loose. Street, the legal man in the ring, with that forearm uppercut, and Eddie Gilbert choking him over the second rope. Joe Lightfoot caught between the legs of Adrian Street while Mr. Wrestling stomps away on his head. Lightfoot in the corner, enemy territory, and he continues to take a pounding. second rope. Misses. Coming down on Lightfoot. Joe rolled out of the way. Gets in a chop. Falls back down again, but now he's going to get to the corner. Tag on the Macho Man. Adrian into the rope. All 6 of them involved now. Gone, 40 to go. Randy nailed his shoulder. Pile driver on Lanny Popo before the Macho Man could get there, and a cover on Mr. Wrestling. The win is going to go to Savage. Popo and Lightfoot in 15:51. Boy, what a stunning finish, 15:51, and the team of Savage, Popo, and Lightfoot are the winners. Did a lot of hype and talked a lot about it in the promos in my earlier part of the show, but I got to tell you, when you see it, I think you're going to agree with me. Let's just settle back now and watch pure action of 2 outstanding teams wrestling. The Fabulous Ones against the Rock and Roll for the AWA Southern Tag titles. Here they are. Whoa, boy. Here's one Randy and I have been waiting for ever since we heard that it was signed. We're talking about an AWA Southern Tag Championship match. Couldn't have 2 representatives on each side of the ring any better for professional wrestling. I'm talking about the challengers closest to you, Rick and Robert, the Rock and Roll Express, Rick Morton and Robert Gibson, going against the very exciting champions wrestling out of Florida, Stan and Steve, the Fabulous Ones. Referee Jerry Calhoun, and Randy, it's finally here. We've been waiting for it.
Man, I tell you, Lance, you said it right. 2 of the top teams in professional wrestling. We're going to both sit back and enjoy this great action.
You just saw some of it right there with Robert Gibson going with a fireman's carry throw, and there's a tag on the very speedy Rick. I say speedy, that could apply to any of them. That's one thing we're going to see is lots of flash in here tonight, Randy.
4 quick wrestlers. Looking forward to it right now. It's Morton and Kern into the ropes, and a super move there, Lance.
Armbar on Steve Kern. Steve pulling away from the corner where Robert just took the tag and is coming in. I don't get the idea that just because these guys are friends that the Fabs have any idea of letting up in the fence of the Southern belts. Brother, they worked hard to get them, and they love them. Rick and Robert, by the same token, I think it would be a real crowning achievement for this very fine young team to pick up the belts. The Southern Tag belts as Robert from Pensacola, Florida. Whoa. Robert stood there a little long. Curran took the advantage, snapped him up, and slammed him in the middle of that ring. Really bounced him hard, caught him with a shoulder. And Steve Kern, nothing but pure, quick, super move. Robert Gibson taking advantage of the 10 count, trying to shake it. There's a tag. Here comes Rick. Tag to Stan Lane. So Rick Morton, we were saying, 2 guys that would love to have the belts, Robert out of Pensacola and Rick out of Music City, USA. But of course, across the way, a couple of fine Southern gentlemen, Steve and Stan, both from Florida, Tampa, and Delray Beach, Florida. Stan Lane. I think everybody knows Stan's background in full contact karate, and every now and then you'll see a flash of it. Standing side headlock. He's got Morton. Rick trying to tighten it up a little. Waist locked him. Woohoo! Hello there. Tag on Steve Kern. Brother, you better have those boots laced on pretty tight, because either one of these teams will knock you right out of them, Randy.
Man, are they going hard, Lance. We expected it. What a super battle. And we're just 4 minutes into it. Man, I love it.
Anybody that thought they might just kind of waltz around because they're such good friends, wrong. Competitors, they both are after the same thing, and there's only 2 belts and 4 guys. Figure that one out. Steve Kern hanging with a side headlock on Rick. And now it's Robert Gibson. He gets into the side headlock first on Steve Kern. Beautiful move by Robert. Comes in after Steve. Hip tosses him all the way out there. He beeled him right out of that corner. Wrapping the arm up as Kern back into the corner. And a reversal. Kern in. Look at him get out of there. Robert hit the ring post. Did you see how fast Kern got out of that corner, Randy?
Man, he came smoking out of that corner. We expected it. Like you said, the first minute. Man, these 4 guys are quick as you will ever find in professional wrestling.
Going to tell you, 99 times out of 100, as fast as Robert is going into that corner, he would have nailed his opponent. But Kern went out of there faster than he went in after being whipped on that reversal. Robert's shoulder hurt. He would like to get over and make a tag, I'm sure, on Rick. Steve cutting off the corner. You can see him cutting the ring in half and preventing his moving to the corner to tag Rick. They tie it up. Robert, with that arm, not in good shape, and it's going to be in worse shape. Steve bars it, steps astraddle. Robert Gibson where he can move up, and Gibson was driven down to the middle of the ring. Oh, boy. Steve Kern. Driving Robert down. Rick's too far away, much too far away for a tag. Steve having a little trouble with a Rock and Roll Express fan at ringside, and he cranked the arm up. Robert paid for it. Oh, look at Stan. Boy, these guys, they want to keep these belts. They know how tough their opponents are. Stan and Steve looking super. Stan hooks the knee right into the elbow and brings it back, but Robert rolls out of it. Robert twice down. Stan not letting him get any closer to tagging Rick. Tag on Steve Kern. And as Steve comes in, he blasts that arm of Robert Gibson. Fireman's carry throw, and Robert bounced hard off the mat. Rick leaning out as far as he can, and a nice kick by Robert. Can he make it? No No tag. Referee watching. Stan hanging on, but drags him away, and that ended any opportunity. 8 minutes into the match. Robert Gibson is having that arm of his worked over every way in the world. Now it's being stretched. Robert trying to work his way out. Steve with a swipe on that leg drops him again and tags Stan. Stan in. Hooks up that hammerlock. On that hammer. Rick trying to keep Robert's desire up. We're going to take time out of this exciting action. We'll be back with more of this match in just a moment. Back into Channel 7's Championship Wrestling. Hey, once again, I want to tell you Saturday, March the 30th in Paris, Tennessee. And don't forget, coming up in Jackson Coliseum Sunday, April the 14th, rather. That's at 8 p.m. Tickets on sale at the Mid-Continent Hi-Fi. Dresden, boy, what a card you got coming. Not just the Southern Tag, lots of other matches, but it's going to be interesting to see Eddie Hot Stuff Gilbert and Iron Mike Sharp try to take the titles away from Stan and Steve, the fabulous ones. Tux Newman will be there.
Oh, baby. You know, Dresden, Tennessee, as far as Tux Newman's concerned, it's not going to be Dresden, it's going to be Dredden. Because they're going to be dreading the day they signed a title shot against the Fabs, brother. We're the Southern champs. We plan on staying that way. Did you see Iron Mike out here? He's already embarrassed. His face is beat red. And Hot Stuff Gilbert's hiding in the back because he don't want his face to be seen. Guys, you're going to go down. And what about that big fat Frazier, Steve?
Frazier, Plowboy Frazier, Playboy Frazier,
Giant Frazier.
Giant Frazier, and now he's offered $5,000 if he can be slammed.
That's
Anybody
right.
slam him?
That's
That
what
means
Tuck
we get an
said.
opportunity.
Tuck said he'll put the money up.
Well, Tex, we're going to take you up on that opportunity because I'd like a chance at $5,000 to pick that big fat guy up. And I'll tell you something, Tex. You've been collecting all the trash. I mean, you've got Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. Let me tell you about Hot Stuff. I don't know where you got that name Hot Stuff, but I'm sure we're going to put your fire out. You come on down to Dresden, Tennessee, and you find out just what it's all about to get in there with the champs.
By golly, that's going to be a big one. You be in Dresden that night.
The more things...
Stan has scissored one arm, had a wrist lock, but Robert got out of it. Tag on Steve Kern. There's the 10-minute call with 50 minutes to go. And a Rock and Roll Express challenging the AWA Southern Tag Champs, the fabulous ones, are having a major problem as Gibson with that shoulder hurt, now the arm in trouble, can't get to the corner to tag Rick Morton. But he was too far away from the corner on the crisscross. He was catapulted across there from the ropes. Steve took advantage, popped him back down in the middle of the ring. With an arm bar, Gibson rolls over. Steve still hanging with the bar in a different direction right now. Stan and Steve have moved in and out of there very, very nicely. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see whether the weight advantage which is about 20 pounds that the Fabs have over the Rock and Roll Express, whether it begins to tell the longer this match goes. Rick Morton is plenty fresh. Robert just can't get over to make the tag on him. Stan with that hammer on Robert. They're just wearing him down, wearing him down. Stan tried for a couple of pins a few minutes ago, but Robert still had plenty of the stuff to be able to kick out of it. Pushing Rick Morton back out of there, who didn't belong in. They collide. They're both down. And now Robert and Stan on the rope. Robert trying to fight his way out. Oh, here comes the intern. What is he doing in there? Drops down on Rick. Drops on Stan. Of course, the Fabs are the one that took it away. And look at this. Morton is put over the top of Stan, and the referee calls for the bell. I don't know what he's going to declare here. Robert and Stan grabbing the intern. Here comes the other intern. The referee says stop it at 13:06. It is no contest as the interns interfered. And now they're taking a beating. The Fabs working on the mask of the interns, and off it comes. The big intern unmasked just momentarily. The referee stops the match. The belts will stay with the fabulous ones. The contest is stopped at 13:04.
Nutrisystem, your health is our concern. Our NutriData system enables us to design a diet program for almost...
That one got interfered by the interns. Got to tell you, it was a great match going. We'll have some more next week, and until we see you at that time, Lance Russell saying bye-bye, everybody.
The announcers on this program are selected and paid by parties other than this station, namely the promoters of championship wrestling.